friends, a lot of you are asking lately what to do if you've been deferred from your early action or early decision schools. Fear not, there's actually not a lot of reason to lose hope. Now's the time to make a plan and have a little bit extra work. It will go a long way and hopefully you'll get that acceptance in the end. Here's a few steps to do that. So a lot of people have been asking lately what to do if you've been deferred from the early decision or restrictive early action round from your top pick school. And there's a lot of reason to keep hope alive and not get too bummed out because you can still do more to demonstrate interest and take another shot at your top pick school. So ways that you can do that and the actions that you should take. First of all, read that letter. When it says that you've been deferred, there are usually specific instructions of what they want you to do, how to reach out to the admissions team, what to write in a potential new essay or a letter of continued interest, and what more actions you can take. This letter of continued interest is really important, and maybe you only applied a few months ago. Not a lot of time has passed and maybe not a lot of new things have happened in your life, but please try to brainstorm something of interest to keep the college interested in you. That is the most important thing. You want to be a dynamic, growing, amazing applicant that is going through new and exciting things that the college should want to hear about. So in this letter, sometimes it's only a couple hundred words. It's going to be super short. You're going to talk about what has been happening in your life since you applied and why you're a great fit for this school still. Everybody, of course, is going to be saying why they want to go there. So your new, unique, amazing stuff about what's been happening since November 1st or whenever you applied is going to make you stand out. You need to have some perspective about things. Maybe you've been learning something really cool in a class that you've been taking. Maybe you are interested in a completely different major now, and you might want to tell them because then they can consider you for that instead of that first one that was maybe too competitive for you in the beginning. Start brainstorming new trips that you've taken, new perspectives on the world, different conversations that you've had with teachers or with somebody outside of your circle, and it's opened your eyes to something really cool and different. All these things can be in your letter of continued interest that will grab the reader's attention, that will show them that you're this really cool person that they want in their community that's going to add something cool to it. And then, of course, tell them you are ready to go as a student at that university and you can't wait to hopefully get that acceptance later on. So a lot of times this letter of continued interest has a deadline attached to it. So make sure, of course, that you are reading all the directions and corresponding with anybody at the admissions team so that you follow those directions if you have any questions, anything else about that. Sometimes these schools will also accept other letters of recommendation if you've got somebody else in your life who you really want, who can vouch for you and talk about you, not only as a student, but as a person, as a volunteer, as a member of a community. That's what colleges are really interested in as well, but make sure they're still accepting that. If they don't want to hear from you, then don't bug them with more information and constantly, getting in their face. Sometimes they will say, we will consider you for the regular round and we don't want to hear from you. So make sure that you respect that as well. The other thing that you really want to be thinking about is, well, I still want you to have hope for this original school that you're trying to demonstrate this continued interest with. You also need to be looking at some other schools. And the reality is there are so many amazing, great schools out there. You still have time to apply to, whether this is deferral from the early round and you have time for the regular round decisions. Apply to a few more schools, throw them out. You've already done a lot of work already, so you might as well just push in a few more schools. If you've been waitlisted and now it's the spring that you're watching this video, there are still some amazing schools that have rolling admission and you might be able to get in. So, don't discount any other school out there that you really, really like. The other thing, for your letter of continued interest, you may have been applying to different schools that have been asking different essays, and maybe there's something in one of those other essays that was brilliant. And you definitely want to add that into your letter for this original school. You've done such a great job with it. You don't want that content to go to waste. So absolutely look at some of the other writings and essays that you've had to do and see if there's a way to fit in something new for this original college that you started with that you're really proud of. A lot of people get that letter of deferral and they think it's the same thing as a denial. They get really depressed, they get upset, they say, unfortunately, I was deferred. Unfortunately, you did not get in and accepted this round, but there is still plenty of time. So use that time to your advantage. They have a deadline for a letter of continued interest, and usually that's, somewhere around February 1st, something like that. So this gives you the next month or so to really be developing excellent, new, compelling content to tell this school, and it gives you another shot at your main goal. Okay, hopefully this information was helpful to you, and if it was for the deferral notifications from an early round acceptances, then you might want to watch it again if there is a waitlist decision after the regular round decisions. This process is a long one and you have to keep going, and hopefully all the work and time that you spend, even if it's not an answer immediately, it can lead to a yes later on, and it will be worth the wait. So good luck to everybody out there. Thanks so much.